and welcome back to the Big Fat Gay Podcast, and happy holidays! Hey. My name is Don Marshall. I am happy to welcome you back, and today I am a happy Christmas chub. I am ready. I'm channeling Christmas. I want lights and eggnog and candy canes. I'm in. I'm ready for it this year.
Haha, excellent. Hello, my name is Dan Oliverio, author, public speaker, and chubby chaser, and I am very excited. I'm trying a new thing for our Christmas dinner. Ooh. I was kind of trying to come up with a festive drink, and I have a nice cocktail, and I have a nice cranberry cocktail with gin and a little Cointreau. But my dessert cocktail shall be a choice of either eggnog or really thick, delicious sipping hot cocoa, and your choice of a libation to go in it. Maybe it's going to be brandy. Maybe it's going to be bourbon. Maybe it's going to be creme de cacao. Maybe it's going to be peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, your choice.
That sounds good.
God, creme de cacao in hot cocoa should be illegal. That sounds just ridiculously good.
I'm Trevor Keyson. I'm a super chub, and today I'm a little Christmassy stuffaluffagus. I got a little cold, but I'm in a robe, and it's just, the house is real Christmassy. We took my mom to the post office, and she had like 1 million packages. And it's festive time. It feels good.
My name is Michael Willer. I am your holiday chubby chaser, and we've decorated. We put up our tree. We forgot to do all this stuff last year.
Really?
Slipped our minds. So yeah, we're going all in on the decorations this year. And I'm also looking forward to this weekend where I will be staying with a friend who is doing all of his Christmas party recipe testing on me.
Oh dear.
So drinks, snacks, hors d'oeuvres, food. I am so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm picturing you just like lounged back like, oh yes, this will do.
One more of those for the table.
So quick thank you to our patrons on Patreon who keep our lights on and pay our editor. A quick reminder that you can get some amazing bearskin underwear products with 15% off with our promo code BigFatGayPod. And if you are shopping for a new bed this season, Big Fig, we have a Big Fig link on our website that if you buy it through us, we will get a kickback and you will help support the show that way. And we will be grateful.
Mm-hmm. Eternally grateful.
Eternally grateful.
Santa's going to have a lot of trouble getting that mattress down the chimney.
Also, a quick reminder, we do have our as-needed newsletter that comes out.
It's coming. I swear to God, it's coming.
We don't want to clog your mailboxes. We don't want to waste your time. We don't just send you a newsletter because it's time. We send you a newsletter when we have news.
Yeah. I do think that is better than the opposite.
And if you can't wait for the newsletter, we do have our Discord too, where we have all sorts of conversations going on topics about fat, sexuality, and everything else.
And new members joining all the time. Yeah. So you don't feel like you're going to be the only new person in the last year or so. Like we've got lots of cool people.
And the newsletter and the Discord are both free. So jump on in, enjoy.
Also, before we get into pop culture, we are going to be taking a short little break for the holidays. So our next episode after this will be on January 7th.
Huzzah. What's that I hear? Is that pop culture on the horizon? So Trevor, programs most of our stuff. And I was reading this article and I'm like, wow, this is some serious anti-fat bias. And I'm like, oh, of course, it's from England.
This article is like I'd say fruitcake, but we actually have a friend who makes amazing fruitcake.
No, it's not fruitcake. No, this is the Grinch.
The lump of coal in your stocking.
Yeah. So what this is about, the Times, that is the Times of London. The Times reports that Santa has been sacked for being too fat. Yes, that's right.
I wonder how proud they are of that pun.
I just got that.
So apparently there is a Mondo Christmas Wonderland outside of London, rather near Windsor, Windsor Castle, and also very close to Legoland, I might point out. Oh. And they put on a grand Santa extravaganza in the spirit of Lapland, the origin of Santa and all this stuff. And so they hire a Santa every year. And there is a very prominent Santa who got the job, but then was dismissed a week before starting his gig because, oh, you don't fit in the costume. We couldn't possibly possibly adapt the costume, you're out.
Yeah.
Apparently they can hire and train someone in a week, but they can't actually alter a costume in a week.
Yeah, so his name's Mike Mendoza, and not only has he been doing this since the 80s for other
venues,
Santa, like other Santa roles, like not for this company, but when they hired him, he went through an interview process, and then he sent them his measurements.
Yeah, they knew this all along.
No excuse then.
Yeah, so he sent the measurements. He thought he was in, he has to set up like travel arrangements to like get rides back and forth to rehearsals and to the actual performances and all of these things.
And he turns down work because he's got this job.
And yeah.
The finances of this, we have to have our little fat phobic Santa story because it's a tradition at this point. But the finances and the money behind this and like the behind the scenes stuff was so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because it really just shows like a big Santa in the UK.
By losing this job, he lost out on approximately $10,000 worth, a little under 9,000 pounds. And it is going to be a major problem. I mean, this is, a huge part of his gig is Santa-ing, and turning down work for this and then the loss of it with only a week's notice is really rather tawdry, given that it's not his fault. He gave them the measurements. Yeah. They just didn't pay any attention.
At the very least, it sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah. It's interesting because in the company is quoted very, very obviously in order to be able to use this at trial later. They're talking about how no, this is all part of a process and no one's really guaranteed work until they complete training and la 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 la. Oh, they are so laying track for not getting sued.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was also interesting that they have other people that they hire, and some of them also play Santas in like other locations, and they all have this text thread that's sort of hosted through the company. But Mike was still on the text thread at the point that he lost the role. And one other Saint Nick commented in the thread, he was upset because he was being made to wear a fat suit because he's too skinny, adding, "I thought body shaming was frowned upon," to which Mike responded, "You're lucky, I'm apparently too fat." So apparently nobody's right for this role. I don't understand what they're doing.
I also love the fact that, they make a big deal about it being a bespoke Santa suit. We couldn't possibly alter it because it's bespoke. I would like to point out, if it's not for a person, it's not bespoke.
Yeah.
You've just made it in a dimension, and now you're trying to cast people in that dimension. That is not bespoke.
The suit is the most important aspect.
That is literally buying something off the rack and then insisting someone fit into it. That is the opposite of bespoke.
Yeah.
So they have a picture of how it doesn't fit, like, it doesn't close in the back.
And it really doesn't fit.
But it fits kind of. Like,
no, it does not fit.
If he is just sitting on the chair, he's fine. If they put a coat on him, he's good to go. He may not be able to bend down or sneeze, but I would just be like, I'm sitting down and I'm not getting up. And they can close the curtains when I have to get up in case something goes awry.
Well, not only does it not fit, but like looking at it, you're like, this was never going to come close.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how they could have his measurements and yet not see this coming. The point is like, yes, it would have sucked to not get the role, but he pre-invested a lot to set himself up to be able to do this. He, like we said, he turned down work and a bunch of other things. And so hearing that he couldn't do the role, like, yes, that would suck. And it would be ideal if you could have a Santa that's, actually fat, but like they knew, they should have known.
I'm curious. This is England, so they have different organizations there. But out here, I know like Santa is big business in the US. I know someone up in Oregon who spends the month of December working as Santas for corporate events, right? Mm-hmm. And that's his job every year. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. So if they tried to do that in the US, there's it used to be AFTRA, but there's a performers union out there that might stand behind the performer.
I believe it's AGVA. Yeah.
It's AGVA now?
The American Guild of Variety Artists.
But I don't know if there's an English equivalent. So
yeah,
I want a BBC kind of like holiday limited series, like kind of dark comedy about this. Cause I guess I knew that Santa was big business, but seeing the numbers laid out and the fact that there's like a Santa text thread, I feel very bad for Mike Mendoza. But this was such an intriguing look into UK Santa lore.
And may I say that, of course, it being a British publication, the Times got to put their little digs in. And so
I was going to say it's peppered with
little and he's real fat. Oh, did you notice?
We talked to him after he ordered McDonald's tonight.
Yeah,
why did that need to be?
Yeah. We didn't just in an interview on Thursday. It was in an interview after lunch. It was in an interview after lunch where he had McDonald's. Really,
it's very, yeah. Yeah, the people writing the article clearly had a bias.
Yeah.
Charlie Parker, apparently, back from the dead. Sorry, that's who wrote the article.
Well, when times in England are dark, we can always depend on the eagle to take us away. Fat Watch 2025 for the last time!
Last time. That's an American eagle, Don.
And Eagle-y is pulling his sleigh, and he is taking us to Oregon State University.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! So Oregon State University's website published an article about a new study from the Academy of Management journal, and the study is called Who's Behind the Red Suit? Exploring Prototypically Within Calling and Enactment Among Professional Santas. And this study was published by Christina Heimer of the University of Tennessee and Bethany Cockburn of Northern Illinois University. And there were some other contributors as well. And basically, this study, they were looking at, what does it mean to be Santa? And who takes these jobs that, we were talking about, mall Santas, corporate visiting Santas. So they talked to 3 different kinds of Santa that they broke down. Prototypical Santa, which is just picture Santa, Coca-Cola Santa. There is semi-prototypical Santa, which is an old white Santa who might be skinny, or they talked about a Santa who used cochlear implants. And these Santas will generally kind of have lore to why they're different. The cochlear implant wearing Santa said, "Oh, it's a microphone to my head elf at the North Pole."
Love that. Love that so much.
There was a Santa who used a scooter who said "Oh, I'm resting my knees because I'm going to be up on the roof, all night." And then there are non-prototypical Santas who they consider a female Santa, Santas of color. They talked to a black Santa who was told that, our store's not ready for a Santa of color, but he really pushed and he was able to get the job. And through doing 50 interviews and 850 surveys, they basically found that even though that there's this strong societal expectation about what Santa Claus should look like, anyone can be Santa if they want to.
Yeah. And it really underscored for me that the people playing Santa, at least the 900 people they talked to about playing Santa, are really the ones that oftentimes they live the role through the rest of the year. They really love doing it. They aren't just showing up to collect some cash in December. They, very frequently either had to fight really hard to kind of earn the right to do it or get to be Santa year round. And people love them for that too. And, you kind of shows you the passion that goes into bringing that to people is more than just, a performing gig in the December.
Yeah.
Unlike the story that I introduced, it's not just about fitting the suit.
No.
Right.
Or fitting expectation,
What a shock.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I also like that they kind of looking at this lens of all these Santas and perseverance, and they acknowledge that in these interviews and surveys, it was only people who were successful in trying to become Santa.
Mm-hmm.
So there are other Santas who are either, maybe prototypical or semi-prototypical or non-prototypical who have not been able to get into this field. But they talk about we can apply this to basically other fields and other leadership structures. And that
I love this.
There are these institutional barriers, or that, people might not see themselves within a role they have a calling to, like nursing or a religious field, but that they can do it. They just need to kind of take up space. And then also these leaders of these organizations need to make space and look at how are we creating barriers in these fields. But I found a lot of other Santa stuff, and I thought it would be fun to do kind of a secret Santa. So I've given everyone a little Santa story to present, and that's going to be a little surprise. I mean, I know what I know these Santas, but it's a surprise for for the listeners and for Dan, Don, and Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is keeping with the theme I presented earlier, but apparently this is out of a Chicago Teachers Union newspaper. but a group of courageous Santas from the People's Unity platform put on a rally on Magnificent Mile in Chicago. And their rally was a tax the rich holiday rally. And so they're all dressed as Santas and they're carrying signs like, fight Trump, cuts and attacks.
Nice.
Tax the rich and corporations and que pagan las ricas corporaciones. So they've got signs and apparently some of them were arrested and some people from the teachers union were also there. But basically they're fighting for the fact that they don't think that corporations based in Chicago are paying their fair share of taxes. That, interestingly, the corporate union was like, we should really just spread these out among all the people and maybe cut back on some of the services. And they're like, no, you should just fucking get taxed, you corporations. And, the corporations we're talking about are not small. They're things like United Airlines, ConAgra, Quaker Oats, major internationally known corporations that are like, no, we can't afford to pay taxes. No. We want to socialize the losses and privatize the gains.
God. I just love that they're making people arrest Santa. Like,
yeah.
I
That's
dare
the story
you.
here. They're arresting Santa.
Yeah, it is kind of it's a sad development in a way in terms of what protesting looks like these days, but it is also kind of brilliant that like, if you're going to, arrest somebody, dressed up as a Teletubby, then that's on you.
Yeah, it's great optics.
Pictures of ice arresting Santa. I'm sure will look great. For my story, we go to lovely Maui in Hawaii.
Oh, lovely.
Where we have at the Pearlridge Center, they welcomed more than 80 students with visual and hearing disabilities from across Oahu, Kauai, Maui, and Hawaii Island last week for an inclusive holiday event, for two different events called Santa Came to Town and Deaf Santa for kids that have hearing and visual disabilities.
Oh, great. Wait, did you say cane to town? Because they're using a cane?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's a sort of a celebratory event where they get to practice it's for younger kids. They have to practice some of the skills that visually impaired or deaf kids need to do, like navigating stairs and that sort of stuff. And more importantly, going up to the box office, learning to ask for their own ticket so they can see Zootopia 2. And also sort of showing them when you go to a movie theater, you can ask for audio improving devices that'll help you hear the movies better if you're hard of hearing and that sort of stuff. So it's an awesome program. And one other little side thing that I thought was a nice thing here. You have to give some credit to Southwest Airlines, who's been getting a little bit of flack from us for apparently donating flights for these kids to get there from various islands.
Oh, nice.
And I thought that was super sweet. So I love that this exists.
Yeah, that's awesome. My Secret Santa takes us to the bayous of Louisiana. Where we have a native Santa, Thomas Stoddard Jr., who is native and has been dressing up as Santa since 1985 to perform at toy drives to raise donations of toys for kids. And then he performs there. He gets to be, Santa for all these kids to come, and he does like native dances and things, and has been doing this for like decades at this point. I'm
looking at the pictures of it right now. Trevor shared them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want him to come down my chimney. This guy's amazing. He's so cool looking.
It's this like incredible like Native American outfit and headdress, but then also with like the red kind of, not velvet. What's the material for Santa's suit? It's a
velvet suit, I think.
Velour?
Yeah, something like that. Like just, it's sort of like both like aesthetics sort of combined together.
Yeah, it's definitely like a mashup of Native American design and Santa Claus. It's amazing.
It's very cool.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
There's an awesome like anecdote that he tells where he said that the defining moment for him was in Dulac when an elderly woman sat on his lap. And she teared up speaking to him in Cajun French, and he sort of translated that he's the first Santa Claus she's ever sat on, and basically that she never felt comfortable with any other, but because of what he does and how he does it, that was like a defining moment for her and therefore for him. And he has people asking him like, so like, why do you do this? I guess it's like a natural question. Like, what do you get out of it? And he's like, just come along with me and watch the kids. And he's like, it's not about the toy itself. It's about watching the kids smile, because that smile spreads to their family. And he's like so quintessentially the like spirit of Santa Claus in a real person. And it's really wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah. I love it. Especially like just right now, like seeing a lot of positive stories about just like people with the holiday spirit and being the Santa they want to see in the world. Do that, listener. Be Santa.
At the time that this comes out, there will still be a couple toy drives left. Actually, just one left on December 20th. So if you're curious about that, we can post these articles, this link on the website, and you can check it out.
Yeah. It was simultaneously paywalled and not for me, and it was paywalled for Michael. So I'm going to upload a PDF of the article to the website, just because like it's in this weird quantum entanglement of being paywalled and not.
Yeah. And at the very least, check out the pictures. There's two really great pictures they include. It just looks awesome. All right. Well, with that, we've noticed during these recent holidays a strange trend occurring in the land of Christmas's most popular mascot, which you would assume would be Santa Claus. But apparently, according to our statistical data, the Grinch has taken over this year as the most popular sort of figure of the holidays.
In putting up decorations,
Yeah. And advertisements, and like you kind of get this from all sides. But in the case of Walmart, this is incredible. So Walmart has put together an advertising campaign for this holiday season of all around the Grinch, but also like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas like story. And they have this like really elaborate sort of like sets, and they kind of recreated the movie and the style. But also like it's advertising for Walmart, and the heart of the story of the Grinch Who Stole Christmas is essentially an anti-capitalism message.
Yeah.
So somebody
it's very
didn't quite
weird.
get the
It's
memo
very
or
weird.
didn't care.
Yeah.
Also, the whole idea of the commercials, like they're calling it Who Knewville, which is like, who knew Walmart had deals? Like everyone knows, like that's literally what Walmart is. It's not
the defining characteristic.
No, but it's true, because the thing why the Grinch hates Christmas is that it's become too commercial.
Yeah.
And then he takes all the presents and he finds that the Who's down in Whoville have Christmas just fine without any stuff. So that's how Walmart has entered this arena as you really need stuff for Christmas.
It's not just Walmart. So before Walmart, because this was their big Black Friday thing, McDonald's has a Grinch meal, and they have this whole insane press release about it. But it's basically an adult Happy Meal. They've done other kind of like adult Happy Meal collab things, but with the Grinch meal, you get either like it's a Big Mac or 10-piece nugget. You get Grinch socks, and it's the first time they've brought McShaker fries to the United States, which is you get a seasoning pack and a bag to season your fries. They're like, oh, it's the Grinch, and he has stinky feet, and it's stinky socks and dill pickle seasoning.
What an incredibly enticing way to sell a food product.
Yum.
So it's actually Grinch foot flavor is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
Inspired by, it's dill, basically.
But look, if you're 9, that sounds fantastic.
That's probably true.
Yeah, but you're probably also getting just a regular Happy Meal and not whatever this is.
Here's what I think is so interesting. So 2020 was the first year in which Grinch decorations surpassed Santa Claus decorations.
It's when we crossed into the dark timeline.
Yeah.
So my question is this: what happened? Because I keep thinking, there's a Grinch movie to be promoted. Nope, it's not that. I keep thinking like, is it because the copyright ran out on the Grinch? Nope, it's not that. What is driving this? Especially given the irony that the Grinch is all about not having a capitalist Christmas. He's being used to push a capitalist Christmas. What is it? Why this trend?
So my theory is because we have a friend who just got a bunch of Grinch decorations, and he was so excited because he does not like glitter because it just gets into everything. And he's like, oh, I love that I can just get a bunch of Christmas decorations that don't have glitter because it's the Grinch and like they're not glittery.
Grinch don't do glitter.
That's a really specific. He's got to be into the Grinch for other.
I think that people think Santa is too religious and the Grinch is secular.
How?
The Grinch is secular, but Santa's religious. I think we've moved well beyond that point.
Well, Trevor has a point. To the religious, Santa is too secular.
Right.
To some secular people, it is a religious iconography.
Okay, so on that argument, I can see where Santa has no place to go except down.
I also have a small theory on this one, which is there's always been this sort of wholesomeness to Christmas decorations where Santa was at the core of it.
Yeah.
And then every other kind of Christmas brand, like Rudolph or Frosty the Snowman, kind of gets glued into the Santa Claus ball, right? There's lots of stuff there. And so the Grinch becomes the only other sort of non-Santa Claus, non-traditional Christmas brand that's mass marketed before this, I think. That and Nightmare Before Christmas, which I would argue is massively pushed at Christmas time too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Michael, what do you got?
I have a pitch on your pitch. I have a theory. I think, like, we are no longer the target audience for these decorations. Like, we have all aged out. Like, we of our generations and older. And there's a thing that it's a very sort of real perspective from younger people, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, that millennials are cringe. It's the sort of like anti-authenticity or anti-earnestness vibe of like, if you're being kind of too, schmaltzy, or even anything approaching that, you're just cringe and it's kind of rejected and it's kind of gross and it doesn't feel good. And the Grinch is like the fucking truth teller. He's the one who says, like, this is how I feel and I don't care if you don't feel it. But like, it's such an anti-Santa by design that I can see it actually literally just appealing more to people who don't care about that sort of schmaltzy, perfectly bubbly, happy, clappy Santa rosy cheeked Christmas that we were sold.
To build on that, we're building.
Okay, we're building.
I think it's that, but I think it is also the first year, looking at this Google Trends chart, it surpasses. It's 2020. It was not a normal Christmas. And I think a lot of people are like, I want a Grinch thing because I am feeling Grinchy. I want like a Grinch inflatable for my lawn because it's like, this is a sucky Christmas.
Okay.
It just stuck.
As evidenced by the wholehearted rejection of the Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah. To like build on Michael's thing with Gen Z. So I think there is that. I think there's the millennial nostalgia. But I do think there is something about the Grinch. There's also like been a couple like meme trends of like baby Grinch. And I think it's because especially like the Jim Carrey movie Grinch, I feel like occupies the same space as Shrek, where it is like, oh, he's this weird kind of gender non-conforming green alien creature. He's an outsider. He's kind of fat. We were talking about that in the pre-call. Like, I mean, he's fat, I guess, because he's bulbous.
He's definitely got a belly. Like, they don't draw him thin.
He's pear-shaped, yeah.
But I think it's weird because there is this whole thing of, well, the Grinch is an outsider and he doesn't like Christmas. But like at the end of the story, he is all about Christmas. He initially ironically dresses up as Santa, but then he is like, I'm Santa. I'm bringing Christmas back to the town. I have found the true reason for the season, to the point. So 2020, this all starts. And 2023, they published an official sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Really?
What?
How the Grinch Lost Christmas. This is Dr. Seuss, like whatever the like corporation commissioned this book, which is about how much the Grinch loves Christmas. And he competes in a Christmas decorating contest.
Is this like a prequel?
No, it's a sequel because he loves Christmas now.
Oh, he loves Christmas. Okay.
And then he like loses and he crashes out and like knocks over his tree. But then he like Cindy Lou Who's like, well, I decorated the tree for you. And he has Grinch merchandise like in the book that he brings to Cindy to put on the tree.
Oh, fuck you.
He has a Grinch ornament, which is like such a weird...
Do they sell that ornament?
Well, of course they do, Don.
Oh my God.
I mean, look where there's a reason officially licensed Grinch is everywhere. Like they're monetizing the shit out of this.
Yep.
He's holding up, it's a Grinch ornament that says Grinch, and it looks like a Grinch, like all the Grinch merchandise. It is so weird to me that, because I feel like the reasons he's become so popular and successful and like why people relate to it, it has converged with capitalism. And like he would be horrified to see what he has become.
End stage capitalism consumes all. I'm just going to circle back and try and give us a slightly happier spin on things.
How Don saved the podcast.
No, let's just leave it right there, Don.
I'm circling it back to what Michael said, where, I think there's something schmaltzy about old-fashioned Christmas decorations that just don't appeal that much anymore. I know I feel that way about traditional Christmas carols, like the stuff they play on the radio, but like when you redo it and you modernize it, I get a little bit more interested in that music. I think you do see more Christmas stuff out there that is non-Santa branded. And the success of the Grinch stuff is just, I think, a side effect of people trying to get away from the super traditional stuff and trying to figure out their own new traditions. And the Grinch may be like a stepping stone between the familiar to what comes next.
Interesting.
Great. We have the original Grinch in Spanish downstairs.
We do. Como el Grinch robó la Navidad.
But maybe we should all just let our hearts grow 3 sizes this day and ride down from Mount Crumpet. And I'm curious to see is this peak Grinch?
Scary version? No, it's going to get bigger.
Are we at maximum Grinch, or is it going to get Grinchier? It'd be fun to open the year, our next episode with what people, their Grinch experiences. Are you Grinchy? Are you becoming Santa?
Yes. Basically, where on Mount Crumpet are you?
Yeah.
With a tip.
Yes. Maybe instead of a Grinchy Christmas or getting this insane sequel to The Grinch to read, I think they made this just so they can make it into a movie.
Oh, totally.
Oh, God.
But consider for your holiday reading, for yourself, maybe for your kids, your nieces, nephews, the children in your life. We've talked about this book before on the podcast, way back. Santa's Husband by Daniel Kibblesmith, and it is illustrated by A.P. Quach. And it is actually, the Santa everyone knows, the white prototypical Santa is actually Santa's husband. Santa's black and he's gay, and it's just it's just super sweet. It's very cute illustrations, very watercolory, very fun. And they're smooching and eating Christmas cookies, and it's all about their love and their relationship and setting the record straight on Santa versus his husband.
Love it.
I like that the font of the title of the book is Christmas cookies.
Yeah.
I love that the white guy's the sidekick.
Yeah. Well, how about a bit to round things out?
To finish off the year and to finish our Christmas festivities, I figured we might do a little bit of a Christmas spotlight.
Okay.
As we've talked about today, Christmas is always changing, going from the ancient pagan periods of animal sacrifice and blood and ritual and Roman Saturnalia.
Wait, we don't do that anymore?
Well, we kind of do. But let's take a look at some of the Christmas traditions we've left behind.
Oh, dear.
So Christmas cards from the 1800s had some wild ideas behind them. The first Christmas card was commissioned in 1843, so there was no real imagery associated with Christmas yet, and cards at this time were expected to be displayed in parlors and kept for years as mementos.
Oh, boy.
So they had to put some real work into them.
Oh, yeah.
But the actual images in these cards ran the gamut from cute to shockingly dark. In fact, shockingly dark was the tone that a lot of these cards strove for. What was one of the more popular types of imagery that showed up on these cards? 1, kidnapping. 2, murder.
Oh, God.
3, animal slaughter. Or 4, starving children.
Ooh, the last two are...
I'm going with starving children. That is so of the era. That is so
that
1840.
Starving children or animal slaughter is up there for me.
I'm going to go with kidnapping because I'm assuming it's Krampus.
Oh.
And kidnapping is correct.
Oh, damn it.
A lot of them involved like terrified looking, like the children weren't into the joke on these cards. Terrified looking children being scooped up by a demonic looking creature with murder in its eyes.
That's Krampus. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's also key to point out, Don, that he would take them, I think, on like the 6th of December. So they so that it was on Christmas Day that you finally
got back
and like.
I also should point out, I had to put animal slaughter as one of the answers on there instead of dead animals, because dead animals was one of the things that showed up a lot in these Christmas cards.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, the dead robin was a symbol of Christmas.
Really?
Why dead?
I don't know.
Well, usually the robin symbolizes spring, so it's going to get resurrected on Easter.
Let's hope so. I'm going with your version. All right. For years, lighting candles on a Christmas tree was a tradition. That's right. Trees filled with burning candles. Because of this, burning down your house on Christmas Eve also became a popular tradition. While wealthy homes could assign a servant to literally sit next to the tree and watch it to make sure it didn't become an in-house heating element, poorer houses were in dire danger every season until what event in 1908 sparked a national change that saw the end of burning candles on trees?
Mrs. O'Leary's cow.
What was the event? Mrs. O'Leary's cow was one of the original options I put on this list.
Oh, really? Okay.
All right. A fire that destroyed the Virginia governor's mansion. 2, the introduction of electric Christmas lights. 3, insurance companies stopped covering Christmas tree fires. Or 4, a national wax shortage stopped candle production.
Okay, I think a wax shortage is almost impossible. So I'm going to go with, he says, that's going to be the right answer.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I think that the invention of
Electric lights?
I think that's too early for it.
I think so, too.
What year did you say?
1908.
I'm going to go with the insurance one.
I'm going to go with the mansion.
I'll go with the mansion too.
And in fact, the answer was insurance companies stopped insuring
God damn it, Trevor.
Christmas tree fires at that point. Yeah, that changed a lot of things really quickly, apparently.
Yeah.
That's so very American.
Yeah.
And for the record, the very first electric lights for Christmas trees was made in the very late 1800s.
Yeah.
However, they were not mass produced until the 1920s.
There we go. Yeah.
An old tradition had families hide a rather strange object in the Christmas tree. And there was a race on Christmas morning to be the first family member to find it. The winner would either get to be the first person to open a present or even get a special present as a reward. Though legend says this is a German tradition, the vast majority of Germans have never actually heard of it. What is the object, by tradition, that is hidden in the tree?
Oh, the Afrikaner.
1, a sheep. 2, a pickle. 3, a polished stone. Or 4, a shepherd's crook.
I know this one, so I'll go last.
Oh, wow. It's a sheep.
We go with a sheep. We got one for sheep.
Usually, well, because they perch, as we know.
And for those of you who are paying attention, I did offer animal, vegetable, and mineral.
I'll go with the pickle. Why not?
It's the pickle.
All right, we got 2 pickles and a sheep. The correct answer is a pickle.
Hey.
Usually it's done with an ornament nowadays. People don't actually use real pickles anymore. So that is why pickle ornaments exist.
I'm convinced this is just a way to sell pickle ornaments.
No.
It's big pickle ornaments.
Before there was Christmas, there was Saturnalia.
Oh, yes.
A mid-December holiday started by the ancient Romans. Saturnalia was celebrated by feasting, drinking, and a relaxing of social norms, often by turning them upside down, with people wearing whatever they liked, gifts being exchanged, and the other topsy-turvy social events associated with it. This continued on in medieval Europe by what Christmas tradition? 1, a choir boy being made bishop for the day. 2, a condemned criminal would be freed for one day, celebrated, and then executed.
Oh, God.
3, the mayors of towns would pull wagons with festive fake donkeys loaded inside them through the streets. Or 4, the bishop would wash the feet of the parishioners.
I feel like washing the feet is the most directly linked to the Bible, but also that probably means that it's actually not it.
Why, Michael, am I beginning to sense that you distrust my motives putting together these answers?
I'm going to go with the cart and the donkey thing because I think that's the most fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the most fun.
There's nothing wrong with answering with the answer you want it to be.
Yeah.
I think the choir boy gets to be bishop for a day.
Okay, we got 2 for donkeys. We've got 1 for choir boys.
Yeah.
And the correct answer is a choir boy was made bishop for the day.
Yay.
Oh, that
There
poor
you go.
kid.
Yeah, and apparently that wasn't the only situation. There was something called the, I didn't write down the name. Never mind. But basically, it was a tradition, a lot of European traditions, to make the lowest person, like the servant or the stable boy or something, the lord for the day.
Yeah. It was called Feast of Fools and
Yeah.
a bunch of other names for it.
That's it. Feast of Fools.
Yeah.
So Trevor, if we have a listener that would like to be lord or bishop for a day, where could they tell us about it?
Well, we're on Instagram and Blue Sky is at Big Fat Gay Pod. We're on Facebook as the Big Fat Gay Podcast. Leave us 5 stars there or 5 stars and a review on your preferred podcast platform. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/BigFatGayPod. See the articles we talked about at www.bigfatgaypod.com, baby. Maybe you're listening and this is a surprise for Mike because my audio cut out. You're wrapping presents. You hear something stomping up on the roof. You hear a hearty laugh. You hear a sleigh jingling. And Michael's coming down the chimney. So
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yay!